What's up guys, it's Chachi Power here with Rocket Punch Army to do a review of the non-scale full-action Riobot Blodia early production model. When I first saw this, I thought it said clearly production model, as if it had an attitude, like it's clearly a production model, duh. But it says early production model, and this is a Sentinel release. This mech is from the Cyberbots Full Metal Madness, which is a spin-off of Armored Warriors, which is a Capcom game, if you guys are familiar with it. Almost like an Armored Core, you can switch around parts and modify your robots. And there's one thing I want to show you here, which I'll touch on in the later part of the review. You'll see the mech here. The illustration is actually rather nice. It's a little bit hard to distinguish what's going on back there, but the one part I wanted to concentrate on is this little red piece. That's actually the shoulder of the robot. It's kind of hard to see what's going on there. You got the shield poking up here, but we'll get into that later. Just check out the rest of the box here. All right, we're going to turn it around so you can see the back of the box. You got all the Japanese going on right there, and the actual robot itself. And there you could see the red shoulder. And the reason I keep pointing out the red shoulder is because there is an inspiration drawn design over here, which harkens to another robot, which I'll show you in here if you haven't already watched the first red version of this robot review. But yeah, we're going to check this out, the side one more time so you can see the illustrations, and then we will focus here for a second on the window display of this so you can actually check out the robot. Beautiful blue figure, kind of hard to see because it's got the protective plastic wrap. You get the articulated hands, a assault satellite accessory, and the shield down here. And just like Hot Toys and other Sentinel toys, you get the credits here for the people that designed it. And I didn't catch this on the first review, but there actually is a sticker here. So I don't know if this was originally blank or if they changed the people mid-production. I have no clue what's going on. But we're going to go ahead, open this guy up, check it out. Now, as I'm opening this, and I've touched on it even in the previous video of the red version, but in other videos, you know, when they do the double seal thing, I've been getting a lot of these lately. I don't know if they're doing it for QC issues, but this has a bunch of tape, like they've resealed it a few times, and they've also ripped the box. I'm not too fond of having ripped up boxes, but then again, it's not a big deal. But when you're spending a lot of money and you want to keep your stuff in good condition, you don't want stuff ripped, you know. And in fact, in the red version review, I actually found a long hair, which I don't know if it's the factory worker's hair, but that's kind of disgusting. I don't want to find hairs in expensive robots. But there it is out of the tray. Let me prop it up over here for a second. It does come with a stand. And this is the same exact stand you would get in pretty much any Sentinel release. And we're going to go ahead and open this guy. Take this tray off. Alright. And of course, like any high-end figure, this should be protected. The paint should be protected from being rubbed against, which is why this plastic is here. So we're going to pop out the robot, set him back here for a second. Hopefully he stands. Tight ankles there. On guys, a broken piece. There was a review on Collection DX that did talk about how fragile these feel because the ball joints are really tight, but apparently during shipping this broke. I guess I can just crazy glue it back. I don't want to make a big deal. We'll just leave that off for now. Okay, so just pretend there's two tanks here. I'll fix that later. So again, we're just going to set them off there to the side. Here's a shield. We got the assault satellite piece here, and then we got two extra hands. And the reason we get two extra hands is because these are articulated. The ones that are on the figure are not articulated, they're just closed fists. Alright, so first thing we want to check out is the figure. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Just a little sad that that thing is broken, but really not a big deal to me. I can just glue that back. Yeah, so here he is, just like the red one. I do suggest watching the video on the red one so you can see everything. I pretty much explain everything on that one. The articulation, I don't want to make this video exactly like the other one, so please check out the red review so you can see all the articulation, but I'll go over it really quick. You got the die-cast shoulder pieces up here. You have some die-cast joints in the arms. Pretty much where everything connects, there's some die-cast. You got the knees that are die-cast. You got the toes. And then these bars here are die-cast on the side here right next to the light. You also get a little bit of die-cast on the bar and the shield. You get the same excellent tampo printing, and you also get the same excellent panel lining on certain parts of the figure and the weathering, the scratched kind of looking metal there. And you also get the super excellent die-cast claw, which is again super sharp. If this literally catches right onto my finger, this will draw blood very easily if you're not careful. If you want to see this figure more in detail, check out the review of this red guy. They're both identical. The only difference is the red shoulder. And the reason the red shoulder is significant, it's because, as I explained in the other video, these figures pay an homage, if you will, to this Armored Trooper from Votoms. You can clearly see that it is very inspired by this. And in this show, there was red shoulder versions of these, which are pretty much the badass killer ones had the red shoulders. But I believe the red shoulders were on this side. I'm not exactly sure, which is definitely inspired by this. As a matter of fact, this gives me an opportunity to show you guys this badass Votoms figure I have, which is a red shoulder right there. So really cool stuff. And again, I'm not going to get into too much detail. All this other stuff is already included in the first review. Definitely check it out if you want to see full detail, the assault salad and stuff. What I do want to do in this version of the review is show you how you can swap out arms. So the arms come out easily enough, and you'll see that they do have die-cast joints. And then we'll pull the arm off of this guy and put it on this one. Now supposedly you're able to do this with all the Cyberbots that Sentinel has. They do have like a green version that has no legs and a yellow version. Don't know what they're called. I wasn't able to source those for the review. So this at least gives you an idea of the playability and interaction that these robots have. And it doesn't stop at the arms. You can actually also take off the waist here and interchange them. So I'll go ahead and show you guys that. Pop this guy on. So you definitely really cool stuff. Alright, so that concludes our quick review for this guy. Remember to check out the red version review since I go into more depth with all the things. But if you want to pick one of these guys up, or any of these, please click the link below. It'll take you straight to where you can get them. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe so I can bring you more. Until next time, guys, bye-bye.